I've had a luxurious life, a blessed life. I don't know hardship. The only sacrifice I could make was my family. And it's the sacrifice I chose to make, but it don't make it any easier. It don't make it any easier. Not half the fighters here would do what I do. And if they had what I had, they wouldn't graft as hard as I do. Tony can vouch for me. I'm the first to get there and the last to leave. I'm crushing numbers in the sprints. I'm crushing numbers in sparring. I won't be doing that if I wasn't hungry. They say that it's hard to get out of bed in silk pyjamas. I get out of bed in silk pyjamas in my heated Range Rover seats with a nice massage on the back, heated steering. I still train harder than all these fools. No one question me.
You said it all tonight, well done.
Hi, this is Denise Estrada and you're watching True School Sports.
All right, thank you.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BC, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, Conor Benn, man, the plot thickens. It seems like as the days goes by, you know, more and more comes out about this whole Clomifene situation with Conor Benn. You know, and they always say, like, what's done in the dark will always come to the lights, which is why integrity should always be the main priority for any man on this earth. You gotta always do the right things when nobody's looking, because if you don't, it will come back to bite you in your ass. Whether it be now or later, it'll always happen at the appropriate time. But anyway, the Daily Mail, shout out to the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail is out here really exposing this whole situation, exposing Eddie Hearn. I'm sure Eddie Hearn really must have it out for the Daily Mail because, you know, they've contributed to canceling this fight and causing quite the uproar in the boxing world. Now, we all know that at the 11th hour, just last week, right before the Benn Eubank fight was supposed to take place, all this news came out. Because Conor Benn tested positive for a banned substance known as Clomifene, a female fertility drug, all right, which when used for men, for those that don't know, which when used for men will boost your testosterone, okay? So, that being said, it's already bad enough he failed one drug test, but now he's starting to enter that rarefied air, that Jarrell Miller territory, because it was reported by the Daily Mail just yesterday at the time he's shooting this that he actually had failed another test earlier in the year for Clomifene. And so we're not talking about a one-off instance, we're talking about multiple failed drug tests. So now the same energy that Eddie Hearn had for Jarrell Miller, I hope, but I seriously doubt he'll have for his own fighter, Conor Benn. We're hearing a lot of talk right now from Eddie Hearn. He's doing interviews on the DAZN boxing show with Ak and Barak. They turned off the comments for the video. The DAZN is not allowing people to comment on Eddie Hearn's interviews about Conor Benn on the channel. So that right there is a big indicator. They're trying to control the narrative. They're trying to spin this any way they can and brainwash well-intentioned boxing fans. That's what's happening. Brainwashing. It's just straight propaganda from the DAZN network. That's actually one of the reasons why I think Eddie Hearn wanted to get away from Sky Sports, was so that he could have more, and he even said this, he said that he wanted to be more involved with the TV production with DAZN, because then they can control the narratives for situations like this where there's public backlash, there's things that are not going in the favor of his company and his fighters, but he being the, I don't want to use a negative word, but him being the talker that he is, he can spin the narratives, control the narratives, and try to damage control the situation, you know. But it's funny because if you read through the article, and I've been reading through it, they're saying that, you know, as far as the B sample coming back, they're saying that when you request for the B sample, it's on the fighter, all right? It's on the fighter to request the B sample or the B test in a hopes to clear their name. But, you know, one of the experts that were close to the situation, according to the Daily Mail, said, I quote, "This has not happened with Benn, and that is the cause of the delay." So while we're waiting for the B sample or the B test from Conor Benn. We got Eddie Hearn doing a bunch of interviews, spinning the narrative, trying to cause distraction, trying to cause confusion. You know the saying. I said it before. You know, the devil is the author of confusion. So, you know, it's like, what does it say about boxing and where we're going, man? Like, you got promoter. I mean, promoters should never expect to be honest because that's not their job. Their job is to make money, and a lot of times, being honest is making money. But Conor Benn really, I think he's going to be a cautionary tale for young fighters about what to do and what not to do. And, you know, with this whole situation, now everything he's ever done in his career is coming into question. You know, the Chris Van, you know, wins against Van Heerden, Granados, all of it's, you know, going crazy. So that's what it is. The plot is thickening, people. Conor Benn, he's failed not one but 2 drug tests, and a lot of people are saying that they knew about this before it took place, the failed drug test. And it's the truth, because we know what Chris Eubank, he called the fight. He said that the people should boycott the fight, but he never specified why before the information came out. And then, you know, I'm close with some people that are around Chris Algieri. Like, I was talking to his trainer, Derek Santos, and he pretty much told me the same thing. Like, before they signed the contract, that they had heard things from people in the UK and people within the boxing industry that Conor Benn was on PEDs. So none of this is surprising to people in the know, but it's obviously just been a very big eye opener for people out there. When I tell you that this boxing game is much dirtier than you believe. It's dirty, but however dirty you think boxing is, times by 50, times by 100, times by 100,000, because that's how dirty it is. Eddie Hearn and Cal Sutherland knew for months on end that this guy was juiced to the gills, and now they're trying to act as if they didn't know, and they're trying this damage control, and they're trying to spin these narratives, and I really think that they should be called into question. If the British government can get involved, you know, if the British government can get involved, and kind of like in America when we had the steroid case, the Balco scandal with Victor Conti, you know, I feel like these guys should be on Capitol Hill for the UK. They should be over there asking be asked some serious questions, because how do you know about a drug, this guy being juiced to the gills, and then willingly try to weight drain a guy, try to get that man severely hurt just for some money? I mean, it sends a bad message to the sport. I'm not saying these guys are supposed to be saints or anything like that, but I just think they should have to answer some questions, and they should have to answer some questions from powerful, influential people in British government, because I'm not really worried about the fighters. These fighters are grown men; they can make their own decisions. It's really more so the message you're sending to the next generation. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the children. I'm thinking about the kids. I'm thinking about the young amateur boxers who may have been paying attention to this fight, and now they're wondering, you know, about, you know, if they should pursue a career in the sport of boxing or anything like that. You know, that's really who I think they need to set an example for them, not for anybody else but the children. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Conor Benn has failed multiple Clomifene drug tests for Clomifene. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Just like Mayweather's uncles would say, a lot of people don't know shit about boxing. You know, you do. You've done it.
Thank you.
You about the only smart guy that I know, bro. Nobody knows shit about boxing.
I appreciate it, man.
I want to say, man, make sure to follow True School Sports, always covering boxing at the highest level, man, and make sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel. Follow him on Instagram at Just a Kid from Danny as well.
He the plug.